put a bullet in him. He killed himself in a traffic accident. No one to blame.
Hello, welcome back to the Mr. GTA Clips channel. Today we are going to be explaining the entire GTA 3 story in 4 minutes or less, so here we go. Fall 2001, Claude, Catalina and Miguel are fleeing the scene after robbing a bank in Liberty City. Catalina and Claude run out the building and Catalina shoots Claude in the chest, leaving him nearly dead on the floor. He survives but then is later sentenced to 10 years in the federal penitentiary. On the way to the prison, cartel members stop the police convoy and blow up the Portland Bridge. Claude escapes the van with 8-Ball and a cartel boss. They flee the scene and he introduces them to Luigi and Joey, who Claude is tasked with various missions. Luigi asks him to pick up his girls for him and Joey asks him to commit various crimes and assassinations, all involving vehicles. Claude is later introduced to Oscar after Cipriani's wife saves him from being assassinated by her husband. They leave Portland. Claude then meets Donald Love, who arranges to kill Oscar's brother to create a war between her gang and the cartel.
I've noticed the Yakuza and the Colombians are far from friends. Let's capitalize on this business opportunity.
Claude goes to confront Catalina, but she escapes by jumping off a building. Oscar then kidnaps and ties up Miguel from the bank job because she thinks he killed her brother.
This worm killed my brother.
I never killed no Yakuza!
When Claude tries to stop the cartel, Oscar and Miguel are killed and kidnap Cipriani's wife for ransom. Claude goes after them and Catalina tries to escape in a helicopter. Claude blows her up. She finally dies. Cipriani's wife is rescued, but she starts to get on Claude's nerves.
Ruined! I mean, can you believe it? This one cost me $50.
You hear one gunshot. She is no longer speaking. I hope you enjoyed and tell me if you want me to recap GTA Vice City. Goodbye. Hello, welcome back. It's Mr. GTA Clips here. Today I will be recapping the GTA Vice City story. It will be pretty quick. Here we go. Prologue. In 1971, Tommy Vercetti, the Italian-American from Liberty City, murdered 11 people in the Harwood district of Liberty City, giving him the name, the Harwood Butcher. Badass name in my opinion. He was found guilty. He was meant to be on death row, but with the Forelli family's interference, it was cut down to 15 years in prison. He definitely got off lightly. Fast forward to 1986, America is thriving, and Vice City, the saturated neon city, is coming to life, and Tommy Vercetti has just arrived on their doorstep. Tommy then meets a lawyer by the name of Ken Rosenberg. He cut a deal with Vincent and Lance Vance, both brothers. But the deal is taken over by an unknown group. Vincent is killed. Tommy escapes by jumping into the car as Ken drives him away. They have stolen the money and the drugs off of them, so Tommy makes it his mission to track down the gang that did it. Corporal Juan Cortez introduces Tommy to Vice City's crime underlords. Ken Paul, Ricardo Diaz and Avery Carrington, who Tommy becomes sort of close with. Tommy goes after a chef named Leo Teal for information, unknown to many, but he is also a hitman under the alias Mr. Black. You could say it doesn't end too well. Lance comes in and makes fun of Tommy for killing the guy 10 seconds after meeting him. Tommy thinks who else could be responsible for the hit on the job. He thinks it could be Avery Carrington. He was the mentor, teacher of Donald Love from GTA 3, who was mentioned in my previous recap. To get closer to Avery, Tommy helps him out with business. He asks him to use a RC helicopter to plant bombs inside of a building and detonate them once they are all placed. He then goes to work with Cortez to kill his former partner Gonzalez, who betrayed him. Tommy and Cortez conspire and then they think, well, if Gonzalez was betraying me all this time, then maybe Ricardo Diaz was the man behind the botched deal. After all, he was the last man on their list, but Tommy isn't quick to kill him. He wants to find out more information first. So he works for him. He goes through another botched deal. Him and Lance basically become agents for Diaz. Lance then finds out that it was Diaz all along who was responsible for the original deal going wrong and the death of his brother. And it wasn't the first time they had worked together either. Later at the mansion, Tommy and Lance get their revenge.
Say goodnight, Mr. Diaz.
With all of Diaz's power going to Vercetti, he sees this as the biggest business opportunity ever. He purchased many business and used them as fronts to launder his cash, making Vice City his. He is the kingpin. Vance wants to be his equal, so does the Foreless, but Tommy hasn't exactly been keeping close with the Foreless, more like not paying them at all. So Sonny sent down some men down to get some money from Tommy. They don't survive. So Sonny himself comes down to Vice City to talk to Tommy. He was going to pay Sonny now that he was in town, but Sonny has different plans. He knows the money is fake thanks to Lance betraying Tommy. He reveals that he is the reason Tommy was locked up for 15 years.
How many was it? 10? No, 11 men. That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man! They knew I was coming, Sonny.
Tommy, watch your tone. Anyone would think you blame me for that unfortunate set of circumstances.
He made him go to Harwood. He set up the whole deal. He sent 11 men after Tommy. They all perished. After learning this, Tommy starts a whole Scarface-type shootout all through the mansion. Actually, it's an exact replica of the shootout at the end of Scarface. Mostly anyway, Tommy gets upstairs to take out Lance first.
This is the last dance for Lance fans!
Tommy wins and kills every man in the building, including Sonny. Ken arrives at the perfect time. Tommy almost shoots him though, but then he realized it was him. He makes Ken his partner in business, and he becomes the king of Vice City. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember, if you enjoyed, press the like button, and if you really like this stuff, then hit subscribe as well. Let me know if you want to see a GTA San Andreas or any other GTA game. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, it's Mr. GTA Clips again, and it's time for the GTA SA recap. Sorry it's been a while, let's go. The game starts in 1992 with Carl, CJ, Johnson returning to his hometown of Los Santos after 5 years in Liberty City. CJ is immediately caught up in the chaos of gang conflict, corrupt cops, and turf wars. He's framed for the murder of a police officer by Officer Tenpenny, a corrupt cop who uses CJ as a pawn. CJ reunites with his old gang, the Grove Street families, including his brother Sweet, and childhood friends Big Smoke and Ryder. Together, they aim to regain control of their neighborhood from rival gangs like the Ballas and Vagos. As CJ progresses, he explores 3 major cities: Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas. In San Fierro, he partners with the Triads and starts his own criminal empire. In Las Venturas, CJ becomes involved in high-stakes gambling and works with the Mafia. Throughout the game, CJ's loyalty is tested. Big Smoke and Ryder, once trusted allies, turn out to be working with the enemy, betraying the Grove Street families. CJ's relationship with Sweet is strained as Sweet becomes increasingly focused on reclaiming their lost territory. CJ's journey involves a wide range of missions, from car chases and heists to drug deals and gang warfare. He gains new allies, including Woozy, a blind triad leader, and Caesar, his sister Kendall's boyfriend, who becomes a trusted friend. The game explores themes of family, loyalty, and the challenges of growing up in a turbulent urban environment. CJ's interactions with his sister Kendall, his erratic brother Sweet, and other family members are central to the story. The narrative climaxes with a series of intense missions leading up to a final showdown with Tenpenny, who has become a symbol of the corruption plaguing Los Santos. With the help of his allies, CJ overcomes tremendous odds to bring justice and restore peace to his neighborhood.